What's going on, guys? Today I want to give you a little bit of information on deload weeks, how you should use them, and when to know to use the deload week, and how to use them properly. And then also I want to touch on something you should watch out for when you're coming back from a deload week, when you enter back into your normal training. So if you're a beginner lifter, and I'm talking anywhere between brand new to 6 months, maybe even a year, you're just getting into the gym, you're not really going to have to worry about deload weeks. And this is mainly because you're so fresh and you're so new at training that you're not going to really need a rest. Your body's going to be ready to go for a while. And this is more a strategy for a more intermediate or advanced lifter, because we've been lifting for a longer time, and then the body needs the rest and recovery. If you are a beginner, I would assess how you feel every 6 to 8 weeks. Are you sleeping okay? How do you feel? Are you recovered in the gym? How do your muscles feel? Do you feel like you're recovering before your next workout, or you're really not? And those are all signs. If you're saying yes to those are all signs that you need to take this deload week. And it's the same signs for an intermediate or an advanced lifter. The only difference is an intermediate or advanced lifter is going to assess every 4 to 8 weeks, or they can actually just plan these in. So you do an 8-week training block where you go really hard, and then you take a week of a deload, and then you go back to your 8 weeks. And this is something that we do on my team. We do, if you guys have been following a lot of my other videos, we do 3 weeks of hard training, and then we do 1 deload week, and then we go back into hard training. And this is just to recover from fatigue, allow the body to recover, and just get ready for to keep going, because you don't want to string together these big long weeks of where you're just really hammering the body for too long, because you're just going to get beat up, your joints are going to get sore, and eventually you're just going to break down. You're not going to be hitting the same numbers as far as load, weight, and everything. You're not going to hit the same numbers, and things are going to start to decrease, and you won't make any gains anymore. So the way you utilize this week is, the easiest way really, is to take your normal training and just cut all the reps in half. So if you do a top set and a drop off, a drop down set, so let's say you do 8 to 10 really hard, and then you normally do 6 to 15 reps as a drop set. But it wouldn't be a drop set. It's the terminology is slipping my mind. It's not a drop set, but what it is 2 different sets. It's a back off set, that's what it is. So you do 8 to 10, and then you do your back off set of 10 to 15, and those are 2 completely different sets. So what you would do is you would drop the back off set. So you're just going to do your first hard set. So that's going to reduce all your volume in half, and it's going to allow your body to recover. One thing when you're getting back into your normal training you want to be careful of is you're going to be so well rested from this week long of half the volume you normally do, which is going to feel weird because you're going to want to do more, but don't, because this is a very important week, and you need to treat it as such, because if you do this week wrong, then you're not recovered to continue on. But when you do come back from this week, one thing you need to think about is that you feel really ready, but not necessarily your connective tissue will be able to keep up with where you're at. So you might want to push the load, but I would recommend don't push the load any more than, say, 10% higher than where you were the previous week, because if you do that and your connective tissue is not fully ready for that weight, let's say you jump up 25%, that's when you could get a tear or any kind of injury. Honestly, you hurt your knee or your elbow, you tear a pec, that's when this is going to happen, because you feel really rested and ready to go. So maybe you did 495 on deadlift last week, and now you're let's do 585, and you pull it, and then your bicep just shoots right off the bone. That's not what we want. So that's one thing that I would say to just be cautious of when you're entering back in. There's several ways to do a deload week, but mainly you're just going to reduce the volume. And then something else you want to keep in mind is don't go to full failure. Keep about 2 reps in reserve, but make sure you're getting close. Really, you want to work really hard, but leave about 2 reps in the tank, and that also preserves your body and allows the fatigue to subside during that week, so you can roll into the next training week. That's gonna be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.